guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're all doing well. I'm so happy and grateful that you guys are here today. I send you much love and light. So this is for those of you in separation from someone and you're wondering how this person feels about you right now, currently, deeply, honestly. I'm going to tap into that person's energy, the one on your mind, and tell you what's going on with them emotionally. How are they looking at things? How do they truly feel? All right, so that's what it's all about today. I do hope that you guys enjoy these readings with whatever comes through from Spirit. I just want you to know where these messages come from. It is only a place of love and light, just intended to help. I wish you nothing but the best in your love life. I truly do. I hope that you guys get everything that you want. Feel free to watch your sun, moon, and rising sign if you find that that is helpful. And we're going to start out with Aries reading because it is Aries season. Shout out to all the Aries. Happy birthday, you guys. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe, leave a comment because of this stupid algorithm. It's very, very annoying, you guys. Like, some of my videos aren't even being seen. And to help me with that, just leave a like on the video. And if you don't know what to comment, just comment a sparkly heart for me. If you want to help me out, that would be really great. I love you guys. Let's jump right in. Okay, before I begin, just want to take a moment to invite the white light, the Holy Spirit. Okay, Aries. How do they feel about you? Let's get into your reading first. You have someone that's like trying to will you to come to them. So this person they're definitely thinking about that moment you guys parted ways. Like, they replay that over and over again, and it's horrible to feel that again. It's like if they're not careful, they can get stuck in a very depressed loop thinking about the separation. They don't want this separation to be real. I feel like they try to switch their mindset and focus on the positive because they know that they can easily get swept up in thinking about how you guys are not together. So I see someone who is thinking about you, like manifesting in their mind. They have a very clear picture of what it would be like for you to come to them, to run into you, or if you were to reach out, this person actively, constantly tries to draw you in. So it wouldn't surprise me if you find all of a sudden, like, you get this wave of energy where you think about this person, or if some of you know what I'm talking about, you feel them thinking of you. That's not a coincidence. That's real. It's this person like sending you little Cupid's arrows, sending you love from their heart, because yes, this person does love you still. They love you right now. And I know how badly they want this back. They want this connection back. But there's so much emphasis coming through in your reading about the way that they want you to come to them. And they are actively trying to will this into existence. So this person definitely has a few tricks up their sleeve as far as visualizing, manifesting. They're trying to create the world that they want, as above, so below. It's something that this person thinks about. They get very caught up in what happened, but then they try to switch their focus to the present and sending all of that energy to you. So this person really, really wants you back. One of the key things to take away, though, Aries, and I don't say this to put pressure on you to make a move towards them. If you're wondering if they're going to make a move, they're not going to. Like, they're so hesitant about it, so hesitant about taking a risk, so hesitant about putting their heart on the line. They're not going to just like take this huge leap of faith and reach out and put themselves out there. And I tell you that so you know why they haven't, but also to empower you and know what's going on behind the scenes with this person. So they want you back. They really do. Is anyone thinking of a Leo? Have the two of you shared techniques together? Did you teach this person about manifesting, about setting intentions, about magical things? I say that because the crown of infinity over both of their heads, it's like the two of you are similar. Some of you resonate with that. The two of you are very similar in that regard. So if you taught this person things, they're definitely putting that into practice. And there's also a sense of gratitude that comes from, you know, what you taught them. I just feel like it's important for you to know what they want, but moreover, certain action that they're not going to take right now. They really want you to come to them. They want to be back together with you. That is just what it is. That's how they feel. That's what they want. And it's like they don't want to keep living in the cycle of when we parted ways. Know how much they think about that, but then I know that they have to switch their focus when they're thinking about that too much. So yes, there are still things that hurt this person. They're still hurting over it, but still want this connection to be fixed, to be healed. It would be a miracle. Like if their manifestations could come true, oh my gosh, it would just really restore this person's faith. They wish for you to come to them. They wish for you to reach out. They long to reconnect with you. They long to get back together with you. Even if they're the one that walked away from you, ran from what they felt, made the choice to leave, they want you to come to them. Okay, Aries, that's what I can see going on. I love you guys. That's how this person feels right now. Now we're going to get into Taurus's reading. All right, Taurus, how do they feel about you? They want something so much deeper than what they feel the two of you had. This person looks at you, and I think they're afraid of what they see because they know deep down that they're never going to find anyone else like you. The connection was so incredible. The chemistry was so incredible. You just made them feel important and special and sexy and beautiful and loved in ways that no one else was ever able to make this person feel. So they look at you as their person, the one that they want to be with. The one, like truly, it's true love and you are their person. They're just very confused because they feel like you don't feel that way about me. That's how they're looking at things. They know that you like them, that you're attracted to them, that you find them like physically and sexually attractive, but then they still question like, how deep is your love for me? Do you love me? This person really loves you, but they just keep thinking about who came between the two of you, what came between the two of you, any kind of romantic competition. See, this feels like it was meant to be so much more and it didn't get to that place. For some of you here, you could have just kept things in the talking stages, but the two of you were very wrapped up in each other, sexually attracted to each other, engaging physically and sexually, really boosting each other's egos, complimenting each other. I can see all of that energy here, but along the lines, this person fell in love, sincerely fell in love with you. So they are still in love with you right now, still very connected to you. But then still so attracted to you. Like if you were to reach out, they can't say no to you. The love that they feel is too strong. And then on top of it, there's like this added layer of the attraction that they feel and like a high that they get from you because of the way that you make them feel. So I know that they can't say no. If you were to reach out, they wouldn't say no. But this person is very torn because they don't know how you feel about them. And in their mind, they feel like my feelings are stronger than your feelings are for me. So the overall energy is judgment in reverse. Not knowing which move to make, not knowing what to say, not knowing which direction do I go in, second guessing everything. So if you're waiting for them to break the no contact, or if you guys are talking and you're waiting for them to do more pursuing or make things clear that, you know, what I'm saying to you, make that clear to you that they love you and they want to be with you, I just see where they're stuck in that place. So, you know, if you're waiting for them to come forward, I don't think they feel grounded enough and secure enough too. I feel like Spirit wants you to know that somewhere along the lines, this person really fell in love with you. So there's, you know, there's this sexual attraction and the ego boost. I see all of that. But then there's also real and genuine love that is here. So of course they still desire you in that way. This person is craving you, craving your body, craving that connection, craving your energy, your time, your attention, but then also like truly loves you and has these genuine feelings that you are the one. But they don't want to feel like they're forcing you into something. And if all the while you were talking to and dating other people, if they didn't say that that bothered them, that killed this person. They hated that. They still hate that. They're even still thinking about, you know, who else are you talking to right now? Are you involved with anyone else? You should be with me. I feel like we belong together. But they're just second guessing everything right now. So they have these strong feelings everywhere you look. This person is connected to you. It's the best sex of their life. It's the deepest emotional connection they've ever felt. They've never felt so good around anyone else. But there's a lot of confusion and unanswered questions, and that's what prevents them from coming forward. But that's what's going on with them right now. That's how they feel. All right, Taurus, I love you guys. That's what I can see. And next is Gemini. Gemini, how does this person feel about you? So they're thinking about you constantly, every day, even while in separation. Like this person is still crushing on you just as much as they ever were. Like you're on their mind, you're in their heart, still very connected to you emotionally. And I can see how much they want to clear the air with you. Like if this person said things to hurt you, I know they wish they could take it all back, that they wouldn't say what they said. It's someone who keeps thinking about what they need to make up to you. And they keep thinking about what they took for granted when they had you. That I should have never let my bad moods get in the way. They see how petty they were. Like things that they let come between the two of you, they kick themselves now because they see like that was so dumb of me. That was so petty. Why did I not see what was in front of me the whole time? So I know that they really long for the chance to make it up to you, to make it right, to kind of do it all over again. So they're still very attracted to you, have deep feelings for you, and are thinking about you every single day. It doesn't matter how long you've been in separation. You're still the first thing that they think of in the morning. They're reminded of you all throughout the day. What makes this person hold back and why they're not coming forward? It has to do with their masculinity and them feeling disrespected and them feeling small. Now, I know that's a little bit touchy. I'm not saying that you made them feel this way. I'm just telling you that they do feel that way. So it's important for you to know about the insecurity that they have. I read it that way because the Emperor is coming in reverse. So it's like, may not be the easiest thing to hear, Gemini, but this person wishes that you would have acknowledged more that they did for you in their masculine energy. As a provider, as a protector, they feel like you never fully gave your trust to them and they wish that you did. But then this person also takes accountability for the things that they took for granted when it comes to you. So they definitely acknowledge that they made mistakes all around. But I also know that they want you to see where they're coming from as well. But it's things that I know they'd be mad that I'm telling you this. It's things that I know they have a hard time talking about, things that they don't even really want to talk about. But I'm going to tell you about it because I can see it. So what this person wants is to get another chance to move forward, get a chance to clear the air. I just don't see them with the courage necessary to come forward. And I can see the ways that they don't want to make themselves vulnerable and what they'll hold back from saying to you if they feel like that strengthens them and empowers them if they hold it back. Really, what's in their heart, they don't want to be vulnerable. So they're thinking of you all the time. I can see what they want. I can see what they regret. Okay, but if you're looking for this person to like make the first move and come forward and end the separation, unfortunately, I feel like they could let their ego get the best of them, which is something that they should really reconsider. But if you're wondering why they're holding back, that is why. That's why they're not coming forward. It's not that they don't feel what they feel. I mean, they're thinking of you all the time. But they're just getting in their own way when it comes to things moving forward. So I know that's not the easiest thing to hear because on the one hand, they see what they need to take accountability for, but then I feel like they could turn things around on you and say, well, what about you? What about what you did? What about what you said? What about the way you treated me? Okay, this person is just a lot more sensitive than they let on. Maybe more sensitive than you realize. And I know for some of you, when you look back and you think about the way that they were with you, their energy could have come across as a bit feminine, and that is because they are so sensitive. They do want you. They do. Okay, Gemini, that's what I can see going on. And next is Cancer. Cancer, how does this person feel about you? Let's tap in and see. Okay, so even though you guys are in separation, it's a little bit complicated because this person is really, really hurt. Like their heart is broken. And I don't say that to take their side, but the overall energy coming through as the Three of Swords, it's like there's still this dark and gloomy energy around this person where if you left them or you broke up with them, I feel like that's something that really crushed this person and they're still crushed by it. I feel like overall, if they're not careful, they can be very gloomy and very upset. Like if they're not careful, I feel like this person does a good job, though, of trying to look for the silver lining and keep their mind in the right place. There are no hard feelings when it comes to you, Cancer. So it makes me wonder what happened between the two of you, because they're really hurt, yet they look at you as someone that is so gentle and so caring and loving and kind and generous. I know that there's a deep sense of gratitude because this person feels like, you led them down the right path. So it hurts not having you. It's crushing not having you. But then there's so much gratitude for what they learned from you, what you showed them, the things that you illuminated in their life. They refer back to those experiences quite often because this person, their mind is with you in the past. So they think about what the two of you experienced, what they learned from you daily. And I know they even apply that daily. They think because you are so influential to them, they think about, well, I wonder what this Cancer would do. Like, how would this Cancer handle it? What would this Cancer say to me? So you've been very influential. They don't have room in their heart for anyone else. Like they don't have time, energy. There's no one else in the picture on this person's mind or in their heart, just you. And I think it's important for you to know that they look at you as someone that is just so nurturing. If you're a woman watching this, in your feminine energy, they look at you like you are exactly what a woman should be. Even the moon, feminine energy is coming through. The Queen of Pentacles to me always comes across as someone that is so nurturing, attentive, loving, gentle, generous. That is how they feel about you. That's how they look at you. That's the kind of impression that you've made on them. So there are no hard feelings, even though this person's heart is broken. But when they look back at things, it's looking on the bright side because, who would want to be wrapped up in that dark and stormy energy? These initials are here. Are those important to you? B or J? I'll mention it because it's coming through. I can just see how influential you are and how much this person has looked up to you, and just, my gosh, like, you're so intelligent and you're so mysterious and you're alluring and you're different and there's no one else like you. So it'd be the chance of a lifetime to be with you. If you were to let them in, that's how they would feel. Especially if you're someone that hasn't had a whole lot of romantic relationships, hasn't really dated around much, and you've only had maybe one or two or just a few relationships in your life. That's why they look at it like, well, that's like such an amazing role to play, to be with this Cancer. It's very special. They look at you as someone that is very special. Even for some of you, hear a lot of daydreams about what it would be like if you were the mother of their children. That's definitely on their mind. I see that through the moon's feminine energy, through the Six of Cups. It's just someone who thinks you're incredible and is so hurt that the two of you are apart. Being in separation is very crushing to this person. So needless to say, they love you very much. You're so nurturing and kind and very, very special. That's how they feel. That's how they're looking at things. Okay, you guys, that's what I can see, Cancer. That's how this person currently feels. And next is Leo. All right, my beautiful Leos. Let's see how they feel about you. Oh, there's just such a longing and a missing you and wanting to see you and like wanting you to show up. Like this person really wants to be a part of your life, and it's awful, awful being on the outside and not being a part of things. Like they think about that often and they feel it often. There's a void since you've been gone, a void that nothing else can fill. This person knows that. They feel that. They're experiencing that. And they long for you and they miss you and they want you. Like they just want to be in your presence. They want to hold you. They want to be around you. They need you. They feel like they need you. The Seven of Swords as the overall energy is definitely breach trust. Something happened where the trust was broken between you and this person. And they see that needs to be restored. Like they should have trusted you and they shouldn't have done anything to paint themselves in a negative light where you felt like they were untrustworthy. So the strongest feeling, what this person really is longing to do, is mend the broken trust. They think, okay, so they fantasize about you a lot. They often daydream about you. Some of them even go as far as like trying to manifest, running into you, your return. Leo, their sights are set on visualizing, seeing you in front of them. Like that's something that this person actively does because that's a way to lift their vibration and get their spirits in a brighter place. When they think about you, they feel like they're illuminated in warmth, and it's so comforting to think about you, but also to fantasize about things being mended and working out. They picture you walking towards them, you turning around and seeing them, tapping you on the shoulder and like you guys run into each other. They keep visualizing and manifesting your return. So that's something that they're actively working on, and they know that they were selfish before, and they don't, if they get another chance, you know how they look at this, Leo? What's meant for me is going to come to me. If this Leo is meant to be back in my life, then the universe or God is going to send this Leo back into my life. So it's kind of like they long for you, they miss you, but they know that they're not in control of it. They feel like, you know what? I have to leave that up to the universe because what's meant for me is going to come to me. So they're actively trying to, make that happen through visualization, through manifesting, through focusing on that. That's what they hope for real deep down, but they also feel like they're not in control of it. But then it's funny that they try to manipulate it anyway. So definitely thinking about what's destined between us and what's meant to be between us. This person feels like you were really there for them. When they opened up and shared things with you, know that they didn't share those things with anyone else, and they just felt like you were so attentive and you were so supportive. And I know that they long for the chance to be able to give all of that back to you. So they want to fix things. They miss you. They keep hoping that they're going to run into you or that you'll reach out to them. And if things do move forward, I can see that they realize changes that they need to make and what they need to do differently. Not keeping you at arm's length. I know they realize like keeping you at arm's length or only calling you when it was good for them. Of course, that broke the trust between us. They see that. They see that how their actions have those consequences, even if they didn't intend for it. It made them look bad. They see the ways that they made themselves look bad. So they feel all of these things. They acknowledge these things. Sadness, of course. I mean, the Five of Cups showing up upright just makes a lot of sense. It's a person who's still, they can get wrapped up in the energy of you guys parting ways. They think about the mistakes that they made. Things that just were not important that they gave so much emphasis to. And like, who was there for me the whole time? That was you. So definitely they'll mourn this if they're not too careful. Do you know what I mean? Like they don't want to be wrapped up in sorrow. So that's why I feel like they switch their focus onto manifesting. So they look at this like it's up to God, it's up to the universe. And if you, I don't say that to put pressure on you, but if you were to run into this person or if you were to show up, they would take that as a sign like, okay, this This is meant for me. This is meant to be. We're going to be back together. Okay, Leo, that's how they feel. That's what's on their mind. I love you guys so much. And next is Virgo. Okay, Virgo, how do they feel about you? Let's tap in and see. So you have someone that's really like kicking themselves and feeling like I should not have put things ahead of my connection. That was so foolish of me to do that. Is anyone thinking of an Aries? Because their energy is here. Cross watchers, moon or rising sign. So this person loses sleep over this connection still. Doesn't matter how long you've been apart. They're still up at night, and yes, they do cry over it. They stress themselves out. They give themselves a headache thinking about all the regret. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. It just feels like when you were together, this person put other things ahead of the connection, and they really regret that now. Even if it was like they were just working too much and not finding a good balance between the connection and work. They just feel like they made a lot of mistakes, and there's a lot of shame that this person carries. They know they should have done better. They know they were capable of better. They know that they tainted their reputation in your eyes, and they can't blame you for looking at them and wondering if you're really safe and secure here. They feel like they were very self-centered. So you have a person that is beating themselves up all the way down the street, kicking themselves all the way down the street. So are you looking for them to take accountability and realize? Because they do. They're definitely blaming themselves. They feel like I dug my own grave, and I got myself out of a connection. And I can see that they want to marry you, first of all. That's just how deep they want it to go. They want to marry you. But of course, you got to start somewhere, and it's about getting the commitment back. They want you to be theirs. Okay, that's important. Whatever they can do to put your mind at ease is what they want to do, what they want to say. And you just have someone that is in so much turmoil and despair, honestly, but it feels like they do a good job of really letting loose when they're all alone and they don't have to show vulnerability. But it sticks with them. It messes with them. They think about you. And I know that if they're not in check of their emotions, tears will definitely well up in their eyes. I know that's kind of surprising to hear because this person's energy is so masculine. That's for some of you because the Emperor is coming through. But this masculine person has so much regret and is just feeling things so deeply. And I'm not saying that to imply that I'm on their side. It's just important for you to know that it's really hitting them like a ton of bricks. And I can see what they long for. But they're just in this place where they're not really thinking about I want to get this all back, or I'm going to make a move to get it all back. It's not that they don't want it, they do, but they're just wrapped up in grief right now. Grief, shame, and guilt. And that's kind of paralyzing this person, preventing them from coming forward. So that's what it is. Not that they don't want you, they do want you. They want you more than they've ever wanted you. You're the only one that they want to be committed to. Their heart belongs to you. But if you're wondering why they're not coming forward, it's because of what they're wrapped up in right now. And they miss you with each minute that passes by. It's like, oh my God, there's a void in this person's life that only you can fill. And they see that maybe they needed to lose you in order to see what they had, especially if you felt like they were taking you for granted and not prioritizing the connection. They see all of that now. They realize all of that. Okay, Virgo. That's what I can see, you guys. I love you so much. And next is Libra. Okay, Libra, how do they feel about you? Confusion, for sure. Confusion. Are you thinking of a Leo or a Scorpio? Leo's energy is so strong in the reading. The Sun and the Strength card. Are you on the cusp of Scorpio? I'll mention that because it's here. Okay. You have someone that's definitely like torn, because I can see the like 1 minute I want to talk to you, I want to hear from you. If you call, like even they say like if this Libra were to call me right now, I'd pick up in a heartbeat. But then it feels like their energy switches up and they get mad all over again. So it's like this standoff between who's going to break the no contact or who's going to make a move. And I know that this person gets frustrated when you are not making a move towards them, because they get in their own head. And I know that they feel offended by it, that you're not coming towards them. And they think about, they're probably not looking at me anymore, looking at my pictures, my profile. They feel ignored. They feel slighted. It's insulting to this person. Page of Swords in reverse. They care so much about what you think of them, definitely. And I know that it irks them so deeply if they feel like you are overlooking them. So are you guys intentionally like not paying attention to this person, or are you like talking around them? I wonder if any of you do this, where they can see you're communicating with someone on the same post but you won't communicate with them. If you're doing that, oh my god, that bothers this person so much. It bothers them, it does hurt them. So I feel like there's times when they get mad, they get upset. I mean, the Knight of Swords shows me anger. But then there's other times when this person starts to think about what went well between the two of you, and starts to even imagine what it would feel like if you were to reach out. Like they fantasize in their mind, like I said, if you were to call them, times they feel they'd pick up the phone without a doubt. They're just so confused. Judgment's in reverse. They don't really know where they stand with you, and they're not really truly sure about how they feel, because it changes from one day to the next. So this person has a lot of anger. They feel like there's times where they've been wronged, but then I also know that they want to hear from you. The overall energy is the Sun. So that shows me really, genuinely, the love and the light and the bright energy that you bring into their life. They know that. It just feels like they get in their own emotions. Like I said, they're confused and it changes from one day to the next. But deep down, this person feels like you have brought so much joy into their life. Priceless memories, happiness, even the fun that the two of you have, the silliness that you share. When you're open and you're like children and you just have fun and you just enjoy each other's company. I know definitely it's way more positive memories than bad memories. It just feels like this person, it feels like they have a temper. It feels like they can get angry. They can get wrapped up in righteous anger. So it's just they're very torn about things. But I know they feel you're beautiful. I know they feel you have a beautiful soul. Like you just have a light within you that shines from the inside out, making you incredibly rare and special. You really did change their whole life and their whole point of view. They have hard feelings at times, they do. But I also know that they long for things to change and move forward. But then I also see how their pride gets in the way. So yeah, it's definitely very complicated for how they feel. Now, it's a little bit tricky because if you're wondering, well, if I reach out to them, how are they going to be? It all depends on the day, to be honest with you. It all depends on the mood that you catch this person in and what they're feeling at the time. If they're wrapped up in their righteous anger, if you reach out, they could be very argumentative with you. But if you catch them at the right time, they could be super pleasant. So, take from that what you will, but that's what Spirit is showing me. That's how I feel they'll react. Definitely needing to clear the air. So if you're not prepared for this person to air out some grievances or show you that they're upset, then you might want to refrain from calling them. Like if that's something you feel is not right or you don't want to go through that, you can't handle that. But if you're willing to face this person's wrath, because I know they have that energy in them to be very argumentative, you just have to get through all the layers, and it just feels like there's unresolved issues between the two of you. So only you'll know what's right for you. For those of you that resonate with those messages, you'll know what's right for you if it's your place to call, if it's right that this person is even upset. You'll know how to handle it. So, that's what I can see. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Next is Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, how do they feel about you? They're just so sad, honestly. They're so sad about what they lost because they know they had it all. With you, it was just something special. It was just rare and unique. And being around you, this person felt like it was a celebration every time they got to spend time with you, be around you. They've never been so happy. They've never felt a connection like this. They've never felt this kind of euphoric fairy tale romantic vibe. That is how they realize that they lost all of that. And that is something where I can see this person feels like being in separation from you is the biggest failure in their love life. The biggest disappointment in their love life is not having you. But they say to themselves, it can't be over between us. They say to themselves, I don't know how it's going to come back together again. I just believe, I have to believe that it will. I have to believe that we're going to get another chance. I have to believe that it's not done. They want you to be there so bad. This person wants to walk down the aisle with you. They feel like you complete them. And if they could have you back, it would be like everything came into alignment and I've been blessed and my life is back on track. There's no one that can replace you. That's very important for you to know. I mean, they just think so highly of you. The Nine of Pentacles says so much about, how this person looks at you. Someone that has class, someone that has style, someone that just carries themselves so well and they're proud of you. They feel like you're intelligent, you're sophisticated, just proud to know you, be around you. This person has never felt so proud of any other connection. When they were with you, they felt full of confidence and their head was held high. So, I mean, if you've moved on, I know they don't want to know anything about it. They don't even want their mind to go to that place of thinking of you being with someone else because they want you to be there so bad. This person wants you. They don't know how it's all going to come together. I know they just hope and wish and pray that it comes together again, that we can be together again. If you're wondering like, well, why aren't they coming forward? Why don't they tell me these things? Why don't they make a move? They keep thinking like if I try to present my heart to this Scorpio, they run the risk of either being ignored. They're so afraid to get the cold shoulder and they keep thinking like if I do, I'm probably going to get the cold shoulder. They're probably going to bring this to my attention, that to my attention. They feel like you're going to just bring up things to kind of use against them. And I don't mean to sound like they look at you as though you're vindictive. They don't. It's just facts. They keep thinking about the things that you could bring up that you very well might. And they can't stand the thought of being rejected. So it's just, they kind of just sit and they wait and they leave it up to God. They leave it up to the universe. They pray and they just, try to remain on the bright side. But losing you, they lost everything. Because can you imagine, like, I'll just show you in the cards, my God, if this person felt like you guys were back together, look how their life would be. It would be a dream. They'd be the luckiest person in the world. It would be a miracle. They'd be blessed beyond their wildest dreams. It's a dream to have you back. That's very important for you to know, Scorpio. That's what I can see. Okay, you guys, I love you so much. And next is Sagittarius. How do they feel about you? Let's tap in and see. So I see someone that wants you back and they're going to get you back. Like that's it. They're determined. Absolutely determined. Is anyone thinking of a Leo or someone with an M name? Because that energy is coming through significant messages in the reading. You guys could be cross-watching as Leos or your own moon or rising sign, Sagittarius, or that initial could be important to you. Cups, 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 cups. I mean, that is just so significant, especially in a romantic reading, because the cups is the heart, the emotions, the attachment. All of the cards are cups, letting you know that the ties between the two of you will never be severed. They will never really let go, because everything within this person says that you are mine. We belong together. Their heart belongs to you and only you. This person has a love for you that won't allow them to hold back. There's no way they can stay away. They're going to pour out their heart to you. If they haven't come towards you, know that they are planning it, and they're absolutely going to, because nothing is going to keep them away from you. That's how they feel. They just feel that so strongly. The desire to get you back is something that's even difficult to describe. It's just like this person's motive. You're like a magnet. You draw them in. There's no, okay, so their mind is so dead set that there's no changing their mind. I feel like that's the best way to emphasize the energy to you. They want to come back. They just love you. It makes me wonder, was it circumstances that made you guys part? Or was it emotions that made you part? For some of you, it was just circumstances, life that came between the two of you. And maybe this person moved away, or they relocated, or, they had to travel, and that's what came between the two of you. The love they feel for you now, for all of you here, is stronger than ever. For others of you, if you broke up because of emotions, they feel like, why did we let so many stupid things come between us? So they're absolutely determined, come hell or high water, that they're going to get you back. And that's just what it is. They're fully planning their approach, how they can sweep you off of your feet. When they come back, this person is just going to be, so expressive. Emotionally, they're going to profess their feelings for you. They're not going to hold anything back. They can't. It's a kind of love that they can't contain. They don't need to control anything. It's not like they're looking to control you or manipulate you. They know that you'll do what you want to do, but they just are going to put their best foot forward and put it all on the line and show you exactly everything that's in their heart, because they feel like there's no room for doubt in their mind. Like when I try to tap into any kind of doubt, it's like they shut me down. Nope, I'm not thinking about it not working out. It's going to work out. Like their mind is just dead set on that. Okay, so that, I mean, if they haven't approached you yet, they're going to. They feel like this is my path. You are who I belong with. They won't take no for an answer. And I don't mean that in a way to imply that this person is going to force you into anything or be aggressive or try to control you. They just feel like they're so motivated by destiny and a deep internal knowing, a subconscious knowing, connecting to their higher self and knowing that we are destined to be together. They've never loved anyone like this. There's not even anything that they would dare try to compare this love to. No one can hold a candle to what the two of you had. It really is that intensely. That's why I describe it that way. Do you see the imagery on the Ace of Cups? It's literally water that's overflowing. Water is feelings, it's emotions. So they totally believe in this, and they're without a shadow of a doubt that the two of you are going to be back together, and that's just what it is. So, I mean, oh my gosh, it's beyond love at this point. It's beyond love. It's like souls that are connected, joined together as one. This person just feels like you are everything, and they're so fixated on there's no other way in their mind. It's all about you. So they love you very, very intensely. Okay, Sagittarius, that's what I can see going on. I love you guys. Next is Capricorn. Capricorn, what's going on with this person? How do they feel about you? This is very interesting to me because you're getting a reading that is very similar to Sagittarius. So if you are thinking of a Sagittarius or you have strong Sagittarius energy in your chart, moon or rising sign, or you guys could even be cross watchers, you might want to watch that reading too, because it's just this shared sense of determination that I can see. A little bit different, but ultimately you have someone that is dying to reconnect with you and very determined to make that happen. Is anyone thinking of a Taurus? Because I can also see Taurus's energy here. Cross watchers, moon or rising sign. 5 of Cups, Knight of Cups, 8 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. This is it for them. You're absolutely who they feel they belong with, and there's nothing that's going to keep the two of you apart. Nothing is going to stand in the way. You have someone that is planning to return with their heart on their sleeve and just be open and romantic and do whatever it takes to make you feel special, to sweep you off of your feet. Even if they were the one that walked away, they're coming back. And that's just where their mind is. Their heart is dead set on that. Realizing how much they love you. So did it take parting ways for them to realize this? I know that's not the easiest thing to hear, but I feel like what Spirit wants you to know, Capricorn, is the love that they feel for you is real, unwavering, genuine, and true. They feel like your journey together has been different than they expected. Makes me wonder if you guys have differences as far as your cultures, backgrounds, religions, because I know that for some of you here, you're opposites in that way. That's something that will always be, but they're not going to let that come between the two of you anymore if you resonate with that part of the reading. It just feels like this connection has taken them on a journey that they didn't expect to experience. So it's something that definitely has made them grow and blossom, come out of their shell, out of their comfort zone. And everything in this person's energy is my commitment to you, how I want to dedicate my life to you, how I want to be with you. You're the only one for me. Absolutely, this person wants to marry you. And nothing's going to stop them. Even if you have different cultural backgrounds, that prevents that, because I can pick up on that energy here. It's like, okay, well, we're going to do things our own way. We're going to have it official in our own way. Nothing is going to keep us apart. This person is so determined to return to your life and make it right and get you back. That is what motivates them every single day, and a plan that they're putting into motion, a plan where the two of you can move forward and have a fresh start. And, you know, I don't say this to turn you off in any way, but they're not going to take no for an answer. Like, they are so determined, and they feel like our love for each other is going to win out in the end. My dedication for this Capricorn, that's what's going to win out in the end. They feel like they're going to be able to get this connection back. And I feel like what Spirit wants you to know is the intention behind it. Nothing but positive intentions. This person wants to be an anchor for you. They want to be dedicated to you, make promises to you that they will keep forevermore, make vows to you that they'll keep forever. So, I mean, it's really beyond love. It's about life. It's about direction, my path, and there's no other way. In their mind, there's no other outcome. And they're very determined. So if they haven't returned, know that they're planning it and they're going to. So you can get into this energy now of thinking about their return, thinking about how you want things to go, thinking about what it would really feel like to have them reach out. Because they're going to take action on their part. There's no action for you to take at this time. The best way forward for you, Capricorn, is to start getting your mind in the place of thinking about how amazing that would feel if this person returned. If indeed that is what you want, shift your focus onto that happening and it will fall into place. They're going to make it happen. All right, you guys, that's how this person feels about you. I love you guys so much. And next is Aquarius. Okay, my beautiful Aquarius. Who are you watching for? Let's tap in and see how this person feels about you. It's interesting because I feel like they get in their own head, and it's like they even have arguments in their own head about this connection. They really do. It's like they go back and forth in the energy. Like, I can't be with you. I can't be without you. And I feel like at times they're like, well, they get upset at times. And when they're upset, they say to themselves, well, I don't want to talk to that Aquarius anyway. I don't want to hear from them anyway. But then the energy shifts and they're like, I need them. I want them. I want to see them. I want to be with them. It's a matter of pride. And I feel like this person's pride has been something that they struggled with at times in the connection. Because I know that there's times where they feel they wish you treated them differently, where they didn't have to let their pride get the best of them. So I feel like they beat themselves up and they're torn about, is this connection right for me or is it wrong for me? And they're still in a place where they're very torn about that. Is anyone thinking of a Leo? Because their energy is coming through. Cross watchers here. Your own moon or rising sign, Aquarius. Okay, they can't help but watch you. Like, they just can't help themselves. So if you've been wondering, do they see what's going on with me? Are they looking at my pictures? Are they looking at my profile? Do they watch me? Do they spy? Absolutely they do. They can't help but look at you. They can't help but inquire about you, see about you. Even whatever communication the two of you sent to each other, they look at that over and over again. So it's just like this person is very torn because there's things that they don't want to open up and share and be vulnerable about. And I know the fact that I'm telling you this, they don't want you to know these things. So they're very torn. They don't know what to listen to. Do I listen to my head? Do I listen to my heart? Then what about my pride? What about my dignity? It just feels like for some of you, things didn't go the smoothest. And there's times when they felt like they should have been treated better. And I know they feel like they went through things or accepted things that they shouldn't have. So they get mad at themselves, but then it's like they want you at the same time. So it's complicated. That's why I describe it like I can't be with you. I can't be without you. See, sometimes they find themselves thinking about you returning and they fantasize about it and it makes them feel good. But then it's like they shake themselves out of that daydream and they get mad at themselves for like still being attached to you. But they can't help but watch you. But then there's times where they say, well, if this Aquarius were to reach out to me, I wouldn't pick up the phone. But then it's like just a matter of them being torn about pride and like wanting to win. I don't want to make this person sound petty because they're not. It's just, I know they feel like there's ways that they should have been treated better. It's not all bad because when things are good between the two of you, they feel like you let them in and you brought them out of a very lonely place, and they feel like they've shared things with you that they weren't able to share with anyone else. So there is like a true sense of feeling you understand them in ways that they long to be understood. And you have that power and you did that, but then it's like this person doesn't want you to have power over them. You know, I'm describing someone that's torn, someone that's struggling, because it's very complicated how this person is looking at things. Don't be fooled if you see them playing it cool and acting like they're fine. I feel like they have learned how to do that. Because if you even look at the energy in the card, Two of Pentacles, you see in the background, you probably don't even really notice the background right away. I feel like your eyes might be drawn to the Two Pentacles being balanced. But if you look at the background, you see that there's tremendous waves. That represents emotion, that represents highs and lows, rockiness, feeling unstable, but then directing your attention to what they want you to see, which is coming across as balanced and I'm okay and I'm fine, I'm unbothered. But that couldn't be further from the truth. It's like they want you and they don't want you. I think really what this person is longing for is for you to understand their feelings and where they were coming from. They really long for that. And they do want you. They really do. Deep down they do. It's just, I know they don't want to be made a fool of or feel like they're taken advantage of. And I'm not saying you did these things to this person. It just feels like they struggle at times where they felt it was unrequited. So it's been very mind-bending, this connection. Very torn, very confused, and I can see where they currently feel that way. So if you're wondering, well, if I were to reach out or break the no contact situation, how would they respond to me? And it's funny because I feel like I'm looking at the cards because it's like if this person saw your name on their phone, if you were to call or message, or like they saw they got a message from you, I feel like they would just stare at it for a while and not open it. Like, do I answer? Do I not? Do I reply? Do I not? And just kind of go back and forth in that energy. So they could indeed leave you unread and not pick up. And that just comes from a place of being very emotional and torn and not sure what to do. It will take more than one phone call or message on your part. I will say that. In order for them to pick up and respond, you'll have to try more than once. And I don't know if that's right for you. I can just tell you that because I can see they'll react that way. So, just do what is best for you. But that's what Spirit is showing me. Okay, Aquarius, I love you guys so much. That's what I can see going on. That is how they currently feel. And next is Pisces. Last but not least, all the beautiful Pisces. So how do they feel about you? I know that they want to come see you. They definitely want to have face-to-face contact with you. That is something that they really want. If it's long distance, I just feel like this person feels like we owe each other that. But even if it's not long distance, it's about you guys meeting up face to face because they feel like the connection deserves that. It can't be left where it was. So they definitely feel like there's unfinished business between the two of you. You know something though? It feels like this person has been working towards finding closure. And the longer the two of you are apart, the more closure they find. So even though they hope for a face-to-face meeting with you, they don't necessarily need that. And I don't say that to put pressure on you, Pisces, like to reach out to this person. But the longer you are in separation, the more they tell themselves, the more they heal, honestly. The more they heal, the more they say, like, I don't want to be wrapped up in this anxiety. I can't be in limbo anymore. Because from their perspective, the separation has been torture because they just have been stuck for so long, not letting themselves pursue any other connections. They've been very stuck in a mindset, stuck in a rut, and that's something that they don't want to feel anymore. They want to break free from that energy, and the longer you guys remain in separation, the more they heal. Their mind is healing, their heart is healing, because they know, like, that they may not get that closure from you, what the connection deserves to meet up again and be face to face. They know they may not get that, so they know they have to start healing from within. That doesn't mean that they don't want it, but they can't, live their life in limbo, not knowing whether or not that's going to happen. I know at one point in time, and really, they wish for it. If everything could work out, you would be theirs. You'd be their spouse. So I know that they still wish for it. Okay, let me just cut through all of this because what I can see here. It's time for you to strike while the iron is still hot. I don't say that to put pressure. You have to do what you feel is best for you. But if you want this person back, you have to do it sooner rather than later. If you're looking for that type of advice from spirit, because they're still holding you in that position, wondering about what it could be. And they still look at you as the person that they feel they were meant to spend their life with, live out their life with. So you are still in that position. But if you continue to wait, they're going to release it and accept it and move on. So if you've been looking for a gentle nudge from spirit, like wondering, should I make a move? Yes, you should. If you have that specific question, if you don't make a move, this person is going to accept it. They're going to accept it, but they're not going to stay heartbroken anymore. They're not going to stay stuck because they know that that's not healthy for them. No one wants to be wrapped up in anxiety and heartbroken and in limbo. And if you were to come forward, they would totally take that as a sign, like, okay, universe, thank you, God. Thank you for showing me where I belong. Because this person they want love in their life. They want their partner. They want to be in their lifelong connection and relationship. That is what they long for. That's what they want. So even if they can't have you, they still want their partner, like their forever person. And they feel like, well, God will show me, or the universe will show me if that is you. So now is your time to strike if you want this person back. The longer you wait, the longer you wait, the more they heal. Do you feel like the connection deserves another face-to-face meeting, another face-to-face encounter? Because I know they feel that way. And know that if the two of you were to meet up face to face, it would be calm, it would be gentle, it would be serene, it would be smooth. It wouldn't be anything that is disruptive or crazy, or no, it would be very tranquil. You might find that it's surprisingly easy and relaxing to be around this person again. So that's what I can see is going on with them. It's just, yes, they are still very attached in many ways, but then also long to be free from the hurt and the pain and the anxiety. Praying a lot, looking for guidance, looking for synchronicities, direction, still holding you in high regard. If you want this person, they could be yours. But they also need to see that it's the real deal. You know, the things that the two of you talked about, certain changes, or if they needed you to show them something or be a certain way, they're still going to be looking for all of those things. They just don't want to feel like they're making mistakes when it comes to their love life. They feel like, I'm too old to keep making mistakes. But I know how much they depend on the universe and God stepping in and divine timing of things as well. So there is the energy that I can pick up on that is, I don't want to say superstitious, it's more like sensitive and feeling like they're guided where they should be guided towards. And I say that so you could use that to your advantage if indeed you do want to reunite with this person. Okay, Pisces, that's what I can see going on, you guys. Just, take from the reading what feels right to you. Do what you feel is best for you. But that's what Spirit is showing me. That's how they're looking at things. That's how they feel. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy and grateful that I got to share this time with you today. I send you much love and light. Leave a like on the video, comment, subscribe. Thank you again, and I'll see you guys in the next reading.